Yes.
Sorry.
Hi, welcome to Unique Indie Chat. I'm your host Janet, and this is my best friend,
Cindy. Hi, nice to meet you guys.
Today we're actually going to talk about some marriage trends that we noticed. Some people have talked about the possibility of like making up their own last name with their husband.
That I personally think is an awesome idea. Okay, let's talk about the trends that, previously before. That was women taking their husband's last name, and nowadays a lot of women
because you're owned by the
do
family
that.
now.
Yeah, I know.
And if you're Chinese, like they don't talk to you anymore.
Exactly, dun dun dun. But nowadays, women are either having the hyphenated last name, which is kind of ridiculous because if you already have like a first name, a middle name, now you have another middle name and a last name. That's a lot of.
And some people also like they give up their middle name and then instead they put their maiden name as their middle name.
Right.
And they pick up the last name.
Exactly.
As like an homage to their family, or something like that. Right?
Yeah, exactly. So there's a lot of kind of controversial issues.
And the feminist thing where it's like people kind of talk about, oh, should you take, should the husband take the wife's last name instead, right?
Yep. I don't think I've met a single guy, not one person, who was all for that. So that one is kind of, a little on the iffy side. The thing that we're talking about today, making up your own last names, I heard my sister, I was talking to my sister about it, who she's already married and she decided to not take her husband's last name just for the purpose of her own career and also
so she's still her full regular name.
Her full regular name, and that is like a trend with my family. Thank you. Oh, thank you, bestie. Oh, yeah. Okay. So she, it's just kind of a trend within our family to keep our own last names. However, I'm not opposed to making a new last name with my future husband. She told me that there's a trend in LA where now the husband and the wife have decided to opt out in calling themselves any of their family's
Traditional.
last name. Yeah, traditional.
Any of those traditional options.
Yeah, exactly. And now they're making this new this new trend where they're either combining their own last names or they're just making a random one up together so they can start a new family tree, which is kind of awesome.
So you and I would be either Hu Hing, because I meet you, she's Hing.
Yep.
Hu Hing.
Or Hung. No, it's Hung. It's gotta be the Hung. That's it. It would be Janet Hung. Oh yeah. And Cindy Hung. We should introduce ourselves like that. Hi, this is Janet Hung, and her wifey, Cindy Hung.
No. It has to be better. H-U-H-I-N-G. There's gotta be something we could do with it. Hingu?
Hingu. Yes, Hingu.
I like that.
Or Hungy. No.
Isn't that something we know?
That is something. I hope he watches this video. A tribute to him. Yes.
We named our last name after you.
Exactly. Yeah. So
well, if I married you, I would be Park.
Who Park? Park who?
Parku.
Park.
But why do you gotta keep your full last name?
Or
Hork. You.
Hork. It would be Hork.
Hork.
Park.
Hark.
Hello.
Okay, no, but Hork is better. Hark is like Herk.
Herk.
Yeah, and then exactly, Herk.
So would you ever do that?
Well,
What do you think?
What's your boyfriend's last name?
my boyfriend's last name is Park, so it wouldn't matter because we have the same last name.
See, that is the difference
Park.
between Asian
Wait,
people
I think
also.
someone has done that. I think
Park?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I know a lot of Lees marrying Lees. They're just Lees again. That's just the way it happens. So there's no problem for them. But personally, for me, my opinion on that is, it's been a family trend of mine to not, as women, to not give away.
Drop your family's name.
Yeah. Also because.
But also it's annoying because you'd have to go to the DMV.
Yeah, and not only just that, but no offense on marriage or anything like that, but later on when, if you decide that that's not the person you want to be with, knock on wood, hopefully that's not the case, you would then have to rechange your last name to your maiden name, and it's just such a hassle. And my sister's point of view, I love so much, by the way, is that she's a doctor, right? So her last name is Hing, and guess what? Who helped her go through all of that schooling, all of that, hardships and everything like that? My parents. And she is now currently called Dr. Hing because she's paying tribute to my parents as a family versus her husband's last name is Liu, so she's not going to be called Dr. Liu because no offense or anything to their family, they weren't there to help not only emotionally but like financially and all these other things that.
And it's not anything against them,
No,
probably.
not
It's just
at
like
all.
for
And they
the
understand.
dad,
Yeah.
mom and dad.
And for our mom and our mom and our dad, it's just really nice to have their daughter be called Dr. Hain, because that's just, she's known she wanted to be a doctor since she was
That's like
5.
the family name.
Yeah, and so I think
Yeah,
that's
that's
a good
tricky
thing.
because you know how some people just don't change their names at all. So like, you and your husband have a different last name, but
Right.
someone has said that like, oh well, it's nice like if you have children because then it like combines you as a family. Like,
I see that, and that is a problem, because I do understand that it's a lot more easier to go on airplane rides and for like school situations if
Yeah.
your child has the same last name as you.
Yeah.
But I personally don't have any children, so I don't know. Maybe people who have children can leave a comment and let us know what you think about this.
Yeah.
But I don't have children. I don't foresee myself having that much problem if I did keep my own last name. Whether or not that might be an issue, that's probably a
so you don't know if you're gonna
discussion.
combine. You're probably just gonna.
I don't think I'm gonna combine. I'm more than likely going to just keep my own last name.
What about
Maybe.
Cindy Obama? Didn't we talk?
Oh yeah. Or we've decided that Janet and I are gonna have our own last names and we're gonna
Yeah.
be Obamas.
No, like you just make up your own last name,
Yeah.
right? So
You
I don't.
could, why
I don't
not?
like my last name because I'm sorry. I like my last name a lot.
Whoa, don't let me call your dad right now. He would hate you.
No, but it's just like in the United States, it's not like a powerful last name. Like they can't name a.
It's pretty good.
No, but
Just
like
saying.
you wouldn't go to like Who University. You know what I mean? It's
True,
not like
true,
I want
okay.
something more powerful, like Powers University.
Yeah,
Janet
Janet
Powers.
Yep.
Or like Janet Dragon Power.
Dragon Power.
Like that.
Dragon, exactly. That's always a good one. Dragon Power. You should.
Yeah, so I mean, I always wanted like a little bit more of a powerful last name, but that that doesn't really matter. I don't think I'm never gonna have a building named after me. But it was just the thought I always had.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. If you want to make your own last name and your own
Janet Rockefeller.
kind of Jenna Rock.
We decided Obama's not the way to go right now.
Yeah, maybe a little bit later. Obama Power or something like that. That'd be really cool. But it's nice to be able to have that option to do what you want, because back in the day that was not an option for.
Yeah, you
for
know what?
ladies.
That's
Let's be
actually a
real.
good point to bring up because
Yeah.
it's definitely a blessing and a privilege
for
that we have
sure.
to actually make these kind of choices that our parents didn't have the option.
Right. Males nowadays that are our generation are also okay with that. They're
Yeah.
a lot more inclined to be okay with their girlfriends, or I guess their fiancés, to be able to not take their last name and have an
It's just-
adult conversation.
It's
about
like
it.
flexibility and like making your own decisions has become more socially acceptable. So whether
yeah.
or not you want to be single for a really long time,
Exactly.
like get married later or don't get married at all, or just kind of like live together and have a family like French style.
totally
And you
okay
can kind
with
of do that, and
Yeah.
it's more, I don't know, like if anyone, I think, yeah, like, I wouldn't be surprised, like whatever you want to do, I'd be like, okay, cool, whatever.
Right. Same
And it wouldn't
here.
really, I don't know, I don't really have any set expectation.
I don't
for how I
either.
expect you or any of my close friends to proceed with the rest of their life.
Yeah, and
romantic
don't get me
couple
wrong,
life,
if
or
there are girls who are out there who decide that they do want to take their husband's last name, that's totally fine too. Like, that's not
But it's
a
just the
thing.
fact that you have the
an
choice
option.
now.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's the biggest part that
Yeah.
I like to take under consideration.
Oh, so that's a good question. What if your mother-in-law was like, I would really like you to be a who?
I mean, if it was like very important to my husband's family and they like sat me down and decided that, they gave me a good reason as to why they would want me to be a part of their family, because like if they explained to me that it's because they've always wanted a daughter, that they've never had something super sweet like that, maybe I'd consider it. I wouldn't, it's not something that
If they
I'm
pitch
saying.
you might listen.
Right. And I mean, also, I would assume that my mother-in-law would not say something like that, like, unless it's something that she really, really, really wanted me to do. It's usually a discussion between the husband and the wife. So
I hope you
that's,
have reasonable mother-in-laws.
oh God, that's another video. Yeah, seriously, that I can't, yeah, seriously. So it'll be, oh, mother-in-laws.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. So,
Tell us what you think.
yeah, let us know. Yeah, and if you want to check out our website, uniqueindie.com, we sell jewelry and accessories from 11 different San Francisco artists. So check us out.
Definitely. Good jewelry, guys. Go check it out. Can I see myself in the lens? Can I see myself in the lens? Like,